Of the traditional point guard.
So, Kevin, the first point you make is absolutely valid. Even 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", we're seeing point guards of that size. And not only are they exceptional passers, they like to score it. So that's first and foremost. But what I believe ultimately is, if you're 6'3" and under and you still bring a special amount of skill, there's going to be a place for you.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Barrett is out there with Lyons. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Olynyk in at the center position.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shea Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Here's Diaz. Pass to Aldama. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. To him. Here's Aprinas. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Barrett. His last outing, he had 8 points. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Oh, that's some big-time grit by R.J. Barrett. You want some contact on me, I can finish anyway.
Pass to Aldama. Here's Aprinas. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Dort, he's checked in for Murray. Shot on the wing, and the shot falls short this time.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Down low. Pass to Aldama. Hernan Gomez has a screen. Diaz.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's putting up 9 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Dort kicks to Barrett. Back to Dort. Onside, Barrett. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc, Aprinas with a rebound. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Aldama. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Wiles. And here is Olynyk. No good on the 3. Here's Diaz. Barrett covering. Diaz, good.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Rubio. Out to Barrett. Buries it from 3-point range. Barrett's got 5 points so far.
Boy, you've got to be shot ready in catch-and-shoot situations, and we know RJ's got a quick trigger.
Here's Diaz. He has 5. It's hauled in by Lyles.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage. A good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who...
We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's George in at the power forward. To Garuba. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Rubio with a wide open look. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Now this is the area of greatest improvement for Ricky Rubio. Steadily increasing that productivity from range.
Pass to Dort. And we see, as in baseball doors, the introduction of the pitch timer to increase the pace of play. How do you think the NBA is taking notice of that?
What I know, Kevin, unequivocally, is the NBA is in a constant state of monitoring its product and how can it make it more fan-friendly. The only criticism to me that's redundant is the pace of reviews. And the league is trying to streamline that to the best of their ability. What we know about Lou Dort is this guy is an excellent defender. He's got size, strength, versatility. You can basically throw him at the other team's best offensive weapon night after night.
Rubio, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. Rubio misses. Clark finds Alexander Walker. Rubio against Gilgeous-Alexander. Banked in off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
And the timeout called here by Teron Lue. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Running off a 10-point game his last outing. Pass to Brooks. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Covered by Rubio. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Yeah, there's a competitive toughness to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He comes right back with a 3 of his own.
Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 points. That one goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 12 in the game.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai? Creating a bucket. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Here's Hernan Gomez, and he converts the layup. Hernan Gomez has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
It started hot, and he's only got one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to Abrinas. And that one drops. He's got 6. Guys, 7 times. The lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Barrett kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Chalk up 2 there.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Here's Abrinas. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The visiting
Up
team.
1. And a chance now to send it over to David. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Time for your fan half-court shots, please.
Taking a look at the visitors, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along.
Shifting back to that first half of play, let's focus on SGA. Man, is he off to a strong start. That is more than enough.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Hernan Gomez out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Diaz, no good. Diaz has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Barrett kicks to Murray. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Diaz. It's a close game here in Brooklyn, and that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Pass to Aldama. Lock at 6. Here's Diaz. Second chance shot, and Hernan Gomez finishes it off. And Gomez has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you, you have to have a nose for the ball. Picking up points on the offensive glass, that is the relentlessness Willie is known for.
Now Lyles. Still yet to score. Olynyk sets a screen for Murray. Off target from 3-point range.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Hernan Gomez. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, the young Spaniard, Willie, a good finisher around the rim.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander.
14 foul.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good.
What's been amazing to watch is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going from good player to now putting his name at the very top of the list in terms of great guards in the league.
Dort, he's checked in for Trey Lyles.
Timeout.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to talk to his guys.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Diaz. Lets it go from deep. Cranes the three-pointer. Diaz has got 8 points, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Diaz has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
And Olynyk kicks to Murray. Outside, Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. He's got 8.
Wow, the answer from R.J. Barrett. That three-point big-time delivery.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Back to Abrinas. Pass to Diaz. Over Murray. Diaz, good.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Murray sets a screen for Barrett. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Hernan Gomez with a screen on Murray. The shot by Diaz, no good. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 21 points in the game. And he banks in the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 23 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Lou Dort, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Brooks in at the small forward. Clark dishes to Brooks. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Sweet move.
Into the lineup for your home team, number 44.
Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Rubio, the pass to Garuba. Back to Rubio. And there's the drive. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots.
Yeah, you see this. Teams try to get physical with Gilgeous-Alexander, but he's willing to play through contact on drives. Nicely done.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, he talked with the team, and Coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. Now let's get this game even. Guys.
Thank you, David.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Barrett inside the three-point line. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Diaz. And it's off from three-point range. Thing is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Pass to Olynyk. It's deflected. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Abrinas. He's covered by Murray. Abrinas with the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Make some noise.
1:58 left here in the fourth quarter. Makes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points here in the second half.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
Here's Abrinas. 5 to shoot. It's to Diaz. Misses off the right iron. Diaz has gone 5 of 13 tonight from the floor. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Out to Barrett. Olynyk sets a screen for Barrett. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Undaunted by the moment, R.J. Barrett with the delivery. Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's to Diaz. Here's Aldama. Now Hernan-Gomez. It drops.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game. What a moment for Gilgeous-Alexander in the clutch. Yes, sir.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Diaz. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play an attack mode and get to the line.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
It counts.
Coming through in the clutch. Murray, no stranger to being a hero.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. It falls!
Can't afford these defensive breakdowns, especially down the stretch.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Thanks for coming out to support your team. Make sure to get home safely, and we'll see you at the next sporting event.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
As a player, does it feel that way, or does one half drag on more than the other?
You know, I'd say the back half can feel a little bit longer, whether it's games of consequence that magnify things, or for teams lower down, maybe the season drags on at the end.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Shot clock at 6. And here's Schroeder outside. Buries it from 3.
3 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Exum with it. Pass to Ingles. Misses from close range.
Home team ball.
Giddey passes to Ingles. Inside, Mills. And it's in there.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
About a minute into this first quarter. And the layup is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Mills. And the 3 off target. Outside Schroeder. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Wagner. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside, Ingles. Now here's Giddey, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Fires in the triple.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Wagner for 3. Goes back up. And no good, trying to use the glass. Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside, Ingles. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
A minute 22 left in the first quarter of the game. Another miss by Wagner.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Here's Landale. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? Taking a look at the visitors here. Right now, 6th in the conference. They want to keep improving. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to De Silva. Schroeder against Simmons. Here's Bonga. Puts up a 3. Pure from three-point range.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And there's the lob. Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. To the left side wing. Pass to Bonga. Simmons against Schroeder. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
Outside, Green. For 3. Drills it from deep. We're at the end of 1 in a close game so far. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
We've got Aaron Baines. Joe Ingles is out there with Josh Green. Then there's Dyson Daniels, and it's Simmons in at the 1. We've got Washington, and it's Hartenstein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Josh Green out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Daniels in at the 2. They've got Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's De Silva in at the 3. Pass to Hartenstein. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Washington outside. Here's De Silva. Ingles defending. De Silva with the bucket. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. We've got Dyson Daniels. Aaron Baines is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Simmons in at the point. To the middle. Green finds Simmons. 4 on the clock. The open J off the mark.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
We've got Washington, and it's De Silva in at the 3, the small forward. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. On the wing, Daniels launches a 3. Hartenstein pulls it in. We've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Back to Washington. Pass to De Silva. They set a pick. Now Hartenstein. Washington outside from deep three-point land. The rebound by Ingles. Shooting has been great this game, 58%. On the wing, Daniels. A minute 15 left in the second. Here's Simmons, and that comes off the assist by Green. Simmons has got 8, and timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
Well, you look at Wagner, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Here's De Silva. He's got 5. Here's the pick. Here's Schroeder. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet. 7 points in the game. Gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Giddey passes to Exum. Back to Giddey. Exum outside. Nails it from 3. Exum's got his first 3 points of the game. And here's Wagner. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Takes a 3. Knocks down the triple.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
24.
Watch these guys from now into the contest. I bet they throw down some crazy in-game dunks that you've never seen before.
I feel like
They're getting bullied on the defensive end. Punch in the mouth, kicked in the teeth, but they're still standing. That says something.
Yeah, giving up so many.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Dante Exum. Joe Ingles is out there with Jock Landale. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Mills in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Here's De Silva. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. Exum passes to Giddey. On the take. And there it is for him. Giddey's got 10.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Schroeder. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Deflected. Exum outside. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Shooting 56% today. Pass to De Silva. Now Wagner. 5 points in the game. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Giddey passes to Ingles. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Pass to Mills. Ingles, a screen on Schroeder, and here's Mills from the arc. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
With the floater, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, the defender really went after him.
First one falls for him.
At the line for the away team, number 9.
And he makes both free throws. So it's the home team now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan. Let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Giddey's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Pass to Schroeder. Into the lane. Oh, Simmons with the block.
And you could feel the swat from here. Simmons packs a punch on these blocks.
Ingles passes to Exum. Outside Simmons. Back to Exum. 5 on the clock. Now here's Green. The 3. Drains the triple. Green's got 6 points.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And there's a pick. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Landale. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And that one drops. Ingles has got his first points in this one.
I love the selfless approach. Simmons is all for feeding every teammate.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Simmons against Schroeder. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Here's Green. He has 6. From behind the arc. Can't hit that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Up by 11. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
It's not going to be easy. We got to stay with it when it's not going well. We're all right. Come on, a lot of time. It's a lot of time. Keep battling.
And Billy Donovan recognizing it's a long game and his team can come back.
They absolutely can. But it starts with getting stops and their defense translating into great offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Mo Wagner. He's out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Washington in at the point guard position. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Baines. Daniels passes to Green. To the paint. Here's Simmons. And that comes off the assist by Green.
This is what you like to see from Simmons. On the attack, being the aggressor.
Fires for 3. And he stays with it. Wagner with a screen on Green. Tries again. Pass to Bonga. The 3 from Washington. Knocks down the long J.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
Both teams will make substitutions. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Landale misses.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's De Silva. Ingles defending. Here's Wagner. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Wagner's gotten 3 of his 5 to go tonight. Oh, he picked him clean. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And it's good. 2 points.
Hey, that right there was a lot of confidence given the size of the disadvantage there.
And I like his belief in his game. Go at the taller defender, make him react to you.
Landale, the pass to Giddey. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddey can be pretty sly with the ball.
Wagner outside. Yep, right through the net. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Wagner gets it to go.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Giddey. Banked it in off the glass.
There's so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Here's Wagner. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wagner.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, what determination by Giddey inside. Taking the foul and taking his shot.
Giddey taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up by 9. Both free throws good from Giddey. There's 57 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Wagner. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Wagner with it, and it's Mills picking him up, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Patrick Mills. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
And look at Franz Wagner, proving he can deliver down the stretch.
And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul, second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Wagner. Yep, count it.
Franz Wagner.
Here's Giddey. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
With timeouts, it's use them or lose them. So why not go down fighting?
Here's De Silva. Ingles defending. Pass to Schroeder. 3-pointer. The rebound by Ingles. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This one was in the balance right until the final.
On our calendar.
Two of the hottest teams in the league. They've been playing terrific of late. I'm looking forward to this one, partner.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Jamal Murray is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Olynyk in at the 5 roaming the paint. Now here's Barrett. 4 on the shot clock. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, finding some room there on the perimeter, the lefty R.J. Barrett knocks it down.
Pass to Zubac. Smith outside. He's looking for Hazonia and finds him. Out to Smith. Now here's Šarić. Smith with it. He's covered by Murray. Zubac. And it's Zubac with the extra effort.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Šarić against Wyatt. Pass to Barrett. It's up. Hit it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. It's Hezonja in the corner. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Now, here is Smith. He averages a bit over 6 points a game, and they pick up 2.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Pass to Wiles. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And that's a good heads-up play there from RJ.
Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Smith with it. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Barrett, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Olynyk can't hit.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Saric outside. Pass to Perkichin. And here is Hezonja. For Murray. And Hezonja gets it to go.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Murray. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Pass to Smith. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Up 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
From 15 feet away, Brooks grabs the board.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Lou Dort out there with Clark. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. Inside, here's Clark. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And that one is good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Dort in at the four-man position. Brett, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades. Good decision there by Bogdanovic. Solid at noticing when the defenses overcommit.
Lou Dort out there with Olynyk. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Brooks. And it's Barrett at the 2. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Gilgeous-Alexander, fantastic concentration.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Bogdanovic. Fires for 3. It's good from long range. Bogdanovic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bogdanovic against Barrett. To the inside. Dort. The layup missed.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And with this opportunity, we can show you this season's top shot blocking teams.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And a statement from Jamal, when he gets that kind of room, he's capable of throwing it down.
Gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Screen by Saric. Pass to Smith. Zubac kicks to Smith. It's Herzonia in the corner. Smith outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Lyles. Shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Here's Barrett. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Smith surveying the D. Charge a screen on Lyles. Back to Smith. Barrett against Saric. Here's Azania. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Murray. 6 points for him. Takes a 3. That shot misses. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation. That allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you.
And now it's time to break. And that about wraps.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
They've got Saric. Also, Ivica Zubac out there. Hazonia is out there with Smith. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Smith's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Murray outside. pass to Olynyk. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Olynyk's got 6. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Screen by Sharch. A long distance three is there. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run. The top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Barrett the pass to Olynyk. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hands it from downtown.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Just 3 to shoot. Zubac kicks to Hezonja. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Hezonja's got 6 in the quarter. Hezonja's gone a perfect 2 and 2 from the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Olynyk. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Dort, he's checked in for Lyles, and he's got his first chance at the line here.
Kelly Olynyk coming into the league as the league has shifted to the pace and space play. Kelly more than capable as a 5-man of drilling the outside shot.
Smith for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Smith's got 10 points in the game.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 10.
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. And you take a look at this home team. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. Pass to Zubac. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bogdanovic laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bogdanovic has got his second bucket of the night.
For all the work he does on the perimeter, you can't forget about Bogdanovic inside.
It's Barrett on the wing. Outside, Dort. Off target with his 3. Gotten every shot that drops since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Here's Sharch. Rebound by Olynyk.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
To the middle. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. The 3. Bogdanovic, no luck. 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And money from the stripe. SGA can close his eyes and knock that down.
First trip to the line for him here. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Perkichin, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. They're up by 3, and we're just moments away from the start. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Clark, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Lou Dort, and it's Brooks, and it's small forward. Pass to Perkichin. On Thursday, and then on Sunday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons.
At the line for your home team.
That free throw missing.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Murray, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Onside, Barrett. Miles with a wide-open look. A three-pointer is right on target.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
You can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That's what Zubats is here for, making plays in the trenches.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some elite looks. When the three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Barrett hanging tough on that play. He gets the shot off. He just stuck to the play.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. 14 feet away, and he comes up with the deuce.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He misses his first shot of the contest after making his first 6. Smith outside. From the arc. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
It's stolen. And here we go. Here's Sharch to take the lead. Out to Smith. Here's the 3. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
Gilgeous-Alexander. No good, unable to end this run. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way. The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Second team foul.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Gilgeous Alexander coming through big time.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Sharge off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now and wants their best move at this point.
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
And really, the defense not organized on that inbounds play. And boy, did they pay the price with the triple.
Here's Smith. Count it!
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And so they get the victory.
players of where they are in the season.
You know, BA, you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Wagner outside, fires the three, and the three-pointer goes.
Tracking the feed, Franz Wagner locked in on that shot.
Aldama outside. Nails the wide-open jumper.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Back to Schroeder. Wagner outside. Pass to De Silva. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Lets it go from deep. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
Back to Schroeder. Here's the 3. Here's De Silva. No good from outside. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Up top, Aldama fires the 3. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Wow, you don't see that kind of quickness from Aldama all that often.
Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva, looking to end the run. The shot off that time.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And the basket by Aldama.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. The home team on D. And here's Schroeder outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Diaz tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Here's Hernan Gomez. No good with a layup. Gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Outside Schroeder. Wagner on the wing. Releases. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Wagner's got 5 now.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Now here's Schroeder. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta. Schroeder's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Puts up a deep 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. They lead by a bucket. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Now here's Rubio. Drops in the 3. 5 points in the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Driving inside, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Pass to Garuba. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Bonga, he's checked in for Washington. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Now here's Rubio. He's got 5. To the inside. Nice D from Wagner. Pass to Bonga. Wagner with a screen. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Inside. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's Bonga. On target from range. Bonga has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
To the paint.
2 minutes.
Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams.
Very reliable. No question, they punish teams for sending them to the free throw line.
Outside Schroeder. Out to the right wing. Here's De Silva. Aldama grabs a board.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
Schroeder against Rubio. Oh, drains the 19-footer.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Wagner up top. He's got 5. Really left him alone that time. Wagner's got 7.
Well, he's a 3-level scorer. That's what Wagner can do.
Oh, powered down with both hands.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. Nails it from 3.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Pass to Aldama. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Give him 8 points now.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Schroeder. And he banks in the layup.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Outside Rubio. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, I think for the home team, they've climbed into 5th, cruising along at highway speeds.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Appreciate you joining.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Pass to Aldama. Clock at 6. Here's Hernan Gomez. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Hernan Gomez has gotten his first basket of the night.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Wagner for 3. Drains the triple.
Well, that's a good sign for Wagner. He's working to become a more consistent shooter from outside.
Aldama outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That's on Franz Wagner. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Diaz. Now Hernan Gomez. And a nice finish on the layup. 10 points for him.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Shooting a red-hot 63% in this game. Back to Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. Outside Schroeder. Top of the key. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And he comes up with a bucket. Diaz has got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
De Silva with the bucket.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Aldama outside. He gets it in there.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Now here's Washington. Pass to De Silva. Lets it fly. And all around the rim that time before dropping. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Rubio looking around. Three-pointer. De Silva with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should have given him.
And here's Washington. No made baskets yet. And he's going for the lob. And it's all tied up.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Down low. Here's De Silva. Lays it up and banks it in. De Silva's got 7 points.
And since the break, both teams are increasing their intensity and really getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have...
That's the end of the third, and it's tied up. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Wagner, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Rubio against Washington. The shot by Rubio, no good.
After clawing their way back in, that was a chance to even things up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
Pass to Washington. Wagner with a screen on Rubio. Wagner outside. Here's the 3. They get it back. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. B.A.?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Wagner outside. Pass to De Silva. Now Wagner. There's a screen. Wide open look. Aldama grabs the board. Here's Diaz. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
Well, it's Santi Aldama night. This is not what we expected coming in.
Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Count it.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Wagner for 3. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Well, no surprise. Wagner is becoming a guy they can go to in big spots.
Here's Diaz. Fires from the corner. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Here's Wagner. It falls!
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And he sinks it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Let's go with a three. Money from deep.
And this is why they go to Wagner here. He can get them the clutch point.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. 29 seconds left in the fourth. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
And so they foul intentionally.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Here's Diaz. 4-3, and it's in. And that one brings him within one.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Shooting for the away team.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might...
In this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Now the starting group for the visitors. On the wing, Doncic. Good on the three-point shot.
Fearless, as always. Doncic loves to fill it up from deep.
Pass to Giddey. Back to Exum. Can't get it to fall. Lazic, he's defended by Exum. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Doncic missing. Now here's Giddey, guarded closely. Pass to Landale. Here's Mills, takes the three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, this is a big part of Patty Mills' job, right? Knocking down three-point shots.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Obviously, they're trying to limit the damage Luka Doncic inflicts, and that's at the front of his mind. He said, Luka is going to get his. We can't stop that, but we can't let him set up everyone else for easy hits. When the whole team gets involved, we're cooked. We're going to make him work for every assist out there. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Let's remember, this guy is 6'8". Joe Ingles a threat to throw it down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for Joe Ingles.
Substitution on the court.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Doncic outside. The three. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Landale. Now Giddey. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
So elusive when handling the rock. What a move by Josh Giddey.
Already one of the best passers in the NBA. Josh Giddey. DB, what's next for him?
I think the only thing that has to improve is the consistency from range shooting. It's such an important aspect for a guard to play. But he's shown a willingness and a found confidence in that perimeter game. And let's remember, Kev, he's in his early 20s. There's so much time for development.
Now Giddey. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Blasic. That one's in, his first shot this game.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been draining everything they put up this month.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. Just the way they move the ball and share it. They always find good looks.
To the paint, here's Simmons. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
We know the interior is Ben Simmons' comfort zone. He can get his shots at this range.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
Home team foul. Ben Simmons. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
Shooting for the away team. Number 5.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a hit like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Count that one.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Simmons on the wing. Sends it home!
What a shot! You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Simmons looking it over. The 10-footer, and he makes that one. Simmons got his third basket of the night. Simmons gone 3 for 4 here from the field. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dragic the pass to Chanchar's. Yep, that one goes. Chanchar's got his first 2 points. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Nikolic, guarded by Simmons, and stolen by Simmons. On Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns, and then on Tuesday.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Doncic attacks.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris doesn't even have a ceiling.
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. Drills it from outside. Giddey's got 8.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
A 3-ball. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Doncic. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Mills can't hit. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Doncic outside. 3-pointer. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
Boy, Luka Doncic makes it look easy. What a pretty jumper.
Here's Giddey. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 13.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The three. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And a huge three there to chop the lead down as we go into the break. Still anyone's game.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They're up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here with...
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend. The celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memory.
For as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know. No points in the paint, no W.
And that's a halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
You got Joe Ingles. Josh Giddey is out there with Mills. Then it's Exum. And it's Landale in at the center, locking down the middle. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 15.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Now, here's Doncic. 14 points for him. Fires the three. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mills has got his second basket.
How about Patty Mills saying, anything you can do, I can do better. You leave him open from 3, he has the answer.
Can't cash in from close range. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Stolen. Pass to Chanchar. From 12 feet out. Jump shot is good that time.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. The story from beyond the arc. Here's who's leading in that category across the NBA. Luka Doncic, 4th.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Great open look there. He's got 5.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Back to Doncic. Nice move. Doncic with a strong move inside.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Mills in the corner. Here's Exum. Sinks the three-pointer. Exum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Doncic passes to Chanchar. Over Ingles. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Here's Giddey. Landale pass to Ingles. Exum dishes to Mills. Nice D from Doncic. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Ooh, Doncic capping off the break.
What a basketball mind when you think about Luka Doncic. This guy in the break is exploiting defenses.
Ingles kicks to Exum. Pass to Giddey from 17 feet out. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Doncic looking it over. Shot clock at 6. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Doncic has got 23.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
We're at the end of the third. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Simmons left side. Yep, it counts. Baines has got his first points in this one.
A smart, fierce competitor. Aaron Baines battles down low. Great focus on that finish.
To the middle. And Baines pulls it down.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Pass to Green. And here now is Thibault. And they double up Simmons. Green kicks to Daniels. Lets the three fly. Drops in the tray. Daniels has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. Coach is not happy with that three-point battle. He told his team, we're down because they're making more threes than us. We have to defend the line if we're not making them at the other end. Guys?
Thank you, David. Giddey kicks to Exum. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And he makes good on the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Giddey the pass to Landale. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Boy, Josh Giddey showing off that great vision right there.
Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The three for Doncic. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Wow, Josh Giddey might be young, folks, but a fearless big-time bucket right there.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Chanchar. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
That is a big one, folks. Giddey gives them exactly what they need when they need it.
Now, here's Doncic, covered by Mills. A nice shot by Doncic.
Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Giddey, no good. Gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. To take the lead. Count!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Mills with it. Down low. Landale. Good.
Patty Mills has proven to be a very capable scorer, but he can also be an outstanding passer.
And here is Doncic. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Luka Doncic is the option, folks. You see the trust they place in him and why.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high percentage look, if that's at all possible.
23 seconds left in the game. It's in!
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Guys, a bucket here would put him up.
Big time possession.
Up top, Giddey. No good. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Patrick Mills. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker.
Luka Doncic.
And the second of two is good. That will put them up by 2. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They break the heart. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
We'd like to thank
favorite times of the year, BA, and after all the hard work these guys put in during the offseason, now we get to see if it's paid off.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Up and in from the low block.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this position, because once he does, he makes you pay.
to De Silva. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by Lyles. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Lyles. Schroeder against Gilgeous-Alexander. And he makes it on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Barrett passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Back to Barrett from behind the arc. Schroeder with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And there's the screen. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Lyles. Knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Timeout is called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. Number 1, Jamal Murray.
Distance shooters are so accurate these days. It's a real honor to have topped that list.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Wagner outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
Murray passes to Olynyk. Here's Barrett. Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Wagner. Good work there as it goes. Wagner's got 5 points.
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
Olynyk with a screen on Schroeder. Olynyk up top. Fires the 3. Counted from distance.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Wagner outside. Wagner outside. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
And right there, you see the ball handling ability of Wagner. So skilled at dissecting the defense.
Murray against Schroeder. In transition, here they come. Pass to Wagner. Inside. Olynyk with some nice D. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Up by 4, and the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, and it's Washington in at the point guard position. Hartenstein passes to Washington. Pure from three-point range.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Washington against Gilgeous-Alexander. goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Grant, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Here's Bonga, Hartenstein, and Hartenstein slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And he gets the bucket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Washington against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Hartenstein with the teardrop. Over to the wing. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Olenek. Here's the floater. Shots blocked. Dort defending. Here's Hartenstein. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Shooting for the away team.
That one misses for Hartenstein. Got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Here's Murray. Nice D from Wagner.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Out to the wing. Hartenstein with a screen on Murray.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Defended by Murray. Wagner outside. He nails it, and we're tied. Wagner's got 9.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Hartenstein with a screen on Murray. Wagner for 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
Outside Barrett. Olenek for 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Guarded by Barrett. Wagner outside. Takes the 3. Sinks the tray.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Lyles. 35 seconds left in the first half. Outside Barrett. Launches a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got his second basket.
I love the back and forth. Barrett, I mean, he enjoys this kind of competition.
Wagner outside. Hartenstein with a screen on Murray. Wagner, he's open. Ooh, poked away.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. Let him go try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They're up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
I'm surprised it's this close, not going to lie. They played some weak D, giving up too many easy open looks.
All right, guys. And that's a wrap-up.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Murray. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Olynyk in at the 5. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Here's Murray. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That was good. Murray's got his first points of the night.
We've seen Murray raise his game. Part of it is an increase in toughness, the ability to score when it's not simple.
2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Lyles. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk with a screen on Schroeder. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Left side Schroeder. Wagner with it. 90 seconds into the second half now. Off with the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander up top, covered by Schroeder. Lyles a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Missed it. 5 for 7 from the field. Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Drills it from deep.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Dort, he's checked in for Lyles. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on top.
And we saw how effective he was on defense last season, taking pride in mucking things up and being an absolute pest, grabbing all those steals. The defense kind of opened up for him, and he took full advantage.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
On the wing, Murray. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
And the intensity Murray plays with is impressive. Excellent work forcing the issue and drawing the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, I just love the moxie Murray has to his game. He's so fast and supremely confident.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pass to Hartenstein. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Wagner for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Shooting continues to impress. 65% from the field.
Yeah, just a great job by Barrett. Pounding it inside and getting to the line.
It's his first trip to the line, and he makes the first.
At the line for 2, R.J. Barrett.
And Barrett drops them both. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Good on the bucket. Hartenstein's got 6. Gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Murray finds Brooks. Clark with it. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Hart, the pass to Barrett. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Sinks it from distance. 11 points in the game. Here's Hartenstein. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
And they will go.
And we've reached the end of the third. They're up by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter when we return. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Yep, that one goes.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Pass to Brooks. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Now here's Hartenstein. Count it, and the foul. That's on Brandon Clark.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
At the line for the away team.
Shooting the ball 70% in this game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Look at Shea playing big inside.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Wagner against Barrett. Shot clock at 3. Out left to the wing. And here's Schroeder outside. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Yeah, making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled, the ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
Down low. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
The longer this game goes on, the hotter he gets.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And they were blunt with their team, telling them if they want to win, the comeback has to start right now. They can't waste any possessions. Plus, they told the players, we need some stops. A very direct way to communicate, Brian.
Thanks for that, Allie. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. There's the 3. Franz Wagner, that one's good.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Screen by Olynyk. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Murray. Now Barrett. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
And you know Barrett wants the ball in his hands, especially on these big possessions.
Here's Wagner. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on R.J. Barrett.
Almost converts despite the contact.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Here's Wagner. Oh, he nails it!
And look at at Franz Wagner, proving he can deliver down the stretch.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Schroeder. Gilgeous-Alexander double team from the arc. It's rebounded by Wagner. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth. It's stolen by Olynyk.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Murray. Yes! What a beautiful shot. Brings them within 3.
And we know Murray can get it done in these big moments. I mean, he can be just fearless. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
Here's Lyles. Cash! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Number 13, taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 3, Barrett. De Silva with a rebound. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
First personal foul, 5th team foul. Shooting.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5.
Dennis Schroeder, 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he can close the gap completely if he can keep those 3s coming.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Gilgeous-Alexander, second personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They played the villain tonight, and they...
Hey, Brent, toward the end of the season, what are members of the front offices doing right now?
Well, rosters are set, Kevin. I mean, this is what you got. You're not going to add anybody else. There's no added shooting. You're not going to get the tough rebounder guy. You've got to dig in and understand and define the roles for what these guys can do for your team moving forward. You could be leaning on your starters more and playing them heavy minutes because you're seizing the opportunity to get into a position to play playoff basketball.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Eldama. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that one's good, Junshong.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, a bit ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks, David. Not going to go that time. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Aldama passes to Diaz. Inside, here's Abrinas, and that one is stuffed right through.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
To the inside. Lays it up off the glass.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
2 minutes.
Pass to Aldama. To the middle, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Diaz the pass to Abrinas. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Abrinas has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. And you take a look at this home team. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. A few slots below them. 1:11 left to play in the first. Pass to Dragic. Clock at 6. From 12 feet out. Doesn't go that time. Gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Garuba the pass to Rubio. Here's Abrinas. Fires the 3. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Working his way for a high percentage look. That's just smart basketball.
And that's a painted possession right there, a masterpiece, especially when the defense is not a factor.
And here's Rubio. From past the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch.
2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around?
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Up by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that
culture? Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Now, here's Rubio. Defense right on him. Pass to Garuba. Jacks up a 3. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 8 points.
Getting the feet set. Ricky Rubio can't get in the zone from the three-point line.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. 18 feet out, and it's in off the backboard.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. And now let's find out which teams excelled from the free throw line in the season's second half.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
They set the pick. Pass to Chanchar. 6 to shoot. He can't hit that time. Here's Hernan Gomez. Chanchar grabs the miss. Dragic left side. Out to the right wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the dish.
Number 5, taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. High post, Hernan Gomez.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Rubio misses.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gone 1 of 3 to start off the second quarter. 1:41 left in the first half. Hernan Gomez kicks to Hernan Gomez. There's the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Rubio's got 11 points.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now, here's Doncic. Tight defense on him, and the layup falls.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Launches a 3. A 3-ball from Doncic.
And the defense has to be aggressive with Luka from range. Give him any space, and he is looking to pull.
Hernan Gomez with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. Hernan Gomez a screen. Here's Diaz. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Beautiful timing, execution, great move to the rack.
Gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 15-footer. Doncic, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Pass to Abrinas. Pulls up. And he's on the money with his first shot today.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring in.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Make some noise and get ready.
You take a look at the visitors, headed down the final month of the season. At this point, they are who they are, a middle-of-the-pack club.
All right, looking back now at that first half, a bit of a hill to climb for the visiting team.
To me.
And that is it for halftime.
And And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. The 17-footer goes down. Abrinas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Aldama with the rebound. Here's Abrinas, guarded by Doncic. Here's Diaz. Off target from the wing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Kept alive, Hernan Gomez. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And now a look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
Being at the top of that list, I mean, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give his team an offensive jolt whenever they've needed it.
Well, there's no doubt he's the straw that stirs the drink, someone who can be counted on to make sure their offense is always operating efficiently, whether it's by creating opportunities for his teammates or taking those matters into his own hands.
For the 3, Aldama with the rebound. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the paint, here's Hernan Gomez, off target at the rim.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful,
timeout.
He's got to be a little more selfish.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the 3rd. Here's Abrinas. Uses the glass to finish the lane. Abrinas has got 8 points.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Throws it up high.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Out to the wing. With the shot. Offline from the top of the key. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half. Developing a nice rhythm out there. Inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And looking at the numbers for Hernan Gomez, how last month turned out for him. And of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in block spurt.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. Pass to Garuba. Back to Rubio. And it's Abrinas in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Drains the three-pointer. He's got 14.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
That one drops for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. From past the arc. That shot is off. Shoots. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 7. And we're... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They set the screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Down low. Up and in on the layup.
Rubio right now playing waiter, setting the table.
Makes it off the glass.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Pass to Garuba. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Rubio. Sinks the triple.
And just the all-around skill of Ricky Rubio right now. You love to see when offensively he gets it going like that.
Timeout. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. Needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. He takes it in, and it goes down 2 points.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
To the paint.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Diaz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's on Luka Doncic. First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
And so he makes both from the line. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Doncic converts inside.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Here's Diaz. Plays it up and banks it in. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth. Doncic outside. The tray. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him. Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Got every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. The step back jumper is good. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
The skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
That one falls.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
A 3 ball. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish.
Great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
The visitors with the ball. The high post shot. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And when Luka sees the mid-range open up, he takes the shot, keeping things simple.
Here's Abrinas. Pass to Aldama. Stolen away.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Here's Johnshaw. Oh, good on the triple. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Number 33, first personal foul, third team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but